bags don't go in the recycling. It's Recycle Right, the game where we find out what's recyclable and what's garbage. Ready to play? Go! So many items we toss daily like cardboard, cans, cartons, glass, and plastic bottles can actually be recycled in our curbside collection program for a cleaner community. The rest is garbage, like your Uncle Zane. When you recycle right, we all win. Take your victory lap.
Every drop has a purpose. It nurtures more than just our gardens. Protect what connects us. Conserve what sustains us. Because water is life.
This was awesome. Thank you for tuning in. Hello, everybody. What's up? What's up? What's up? Look, this camera is off, and we just gonna do some quick adjustments right here because this is what we're gonna do live and in color. So, yeah, there it go. Let it go. Let it go. Hello, everybody. Look, I need these numbers up. I need y'all to share it. I need y'all to tell people to get in here. Y'all do not want to miss the show. I actually wrote my notes like it was 2005, and we are going to have a good show tonight. Let's go. Let's go. Hold on. It's my hat crooked. Hey. Well, hello, everybody. Let's go. Let me make sure this phone is on silent because I'm pretty sure somebody gonna hit me up in the middle of all of this. But how y'all doing this Wednesday evening? We have a special time, special show, and we got some special things to talk about. I saw y'all in the chat early. Let's go. Let me see what y'all was saying in the chat. Y'all laughing at the picture. I'm gonna get me one of them bedazzled football hats. I don't even care. Like, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. What's up, Tontas? What's up, Lex? I braid. What's up? What's up? What's up, Auntie? What's up, Mommy? Keisha. Hey, 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 y'all in the chat. Help me get them numbers up. Get them numbers up. Y'all like and share. Y'all ain't sleep. What's up? What's up, Stevie? What's up, Classy? I see y'all. I see y'all. What's up? Good evening, everybody. Everybody. Gonna feeling good tonight. And oh, yes, great interview with Big Freddie, Queen Frederica Wilson. It was so good, so good. Gonna release a full interview tomorrow, but I'm gonna play a clip of it tonight with y'all. Yes, 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 yes. Wait, not the homage hat. Yes, the homage hat. What's up? What's up, Juan? Oh, we got it. Please no West Park girls, Opalaka girls, North Miami girls. Y'all is on y'all on notice. We coming to y'all next. We are coming to y'all next. Like, why is the hat? Am I crooked? Is the hat crooked? Something is off today with my camera. We gotta get this together today. We gotta get this together. There it go. There it go. Y'all, how y'all feeling about the election results? We are here tonight to talk about the election results, what they mean, and what's coming up in November for us all. Like, y'all gotta know the work is not done. Some people have runoffs too, so it's definitely going to be a lot going on. I want to um I want to kick the show off with just congratulating Sharon on a job well run. I mean, well done. He ran a hell of a race. I actually texted him that this morning. Hi- His 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 momentum, the love, the Chevronites, they were ready to go. Okay. They was trying to, y'all tried to kick my back in. Y'all tried to kick my back in, Chevronites, but we not we wasn't gonna have it over here. And here's the thing, it's love for Chevron. It's love for Oliver. Like, I know both of them. I've known both of them honestly combined probably 20 plus years, right? So it was never like for me Chev versus Oliver. It's like may the best person win, right? But definitely, I mean, can I tell y'all my truth? I thought Chev was gonna take it. I did. I did. And we're going to get into the social media and the people and the bubble of it all, right? And yeah, first of all, shout out to the Yo I Voted stickers. Anybody in the chats, voted in the chat, put a voting box in the chat. We have our Yo I Voted stickers. We're gonna do the party, the Yo I Voted party for the general. I ain't had the energy in me to do that. Uh now. Yes. But also congratulations to Oliver, soon to be congressman. I mean, he still has an election to go. He's the Democratic nominee. He's going against the Republican Tay Moy Tay. Oh my gosh, what is her name? Tay Brown. Tay Brown. However, I mean, people are saying that once you win that, pretty much once you win the Democratic nomination for this seat, you're pretty much in there, right? But he still has. You guys have to go back out and vote again. So that's what it is. But what I want to play, and I thought it was really, yes, you voted. I voted. Okay, I see y'all in the chat. Y'all better pay attention. Oh, what's up, Papa Keith? I see you in the in the comments. What's up, friend? Yes. I see y'all. Y'all said y'all voted. I mean, I know the Hollow News audience gonna vote. I know y'all vote because who why would y'all even watch this if y'all didn't vote, right? Keep Yay, what's up, Tony? What's up, Tony? First of all, I gotta text this link to one person. I don't see them in the chat, and I want to make sure they know that we is on the thing. Okay, I sent it to them. So I wanted to show Chevron's speech, and then we're gonna get into Oliver's. Okay. So I know Channel 10 had everything up. So I want to go to their page because did really good with the election results and everything. Like it was Channel 10, WPLG did they big one. Like you could go there and really see like everything, right? And it was like all the election results were in one place. I usually go there for my election results. And so I really liked their page. So I found this video. Let me share my screen and yes, I voted shout out to Meat Mill. He came in third. He chipped away. We gonna get into that too, because I feel like if he's not there, there may be a different outcome. There may be a different outcome of this election yesterday. But I think a lot of people forgot it's winner takes all, not 50 plus one, not 50 plus one. So let me get into this and we gonna get it. We gonna talk about it.
And everything that you all plan to do, listen, do it anyway. Even when people tell you that you can't do it, you absolutely can still do it. But I have so some of my friends they flew in from DC and from all over. Can y'all come here real quick? Come here, Dominic and Roosevelt. Come here, guys. So my friends, they didn't have to do this, but they did, and they came to town to be with me, Philip Jerez and so many others. To the volunteers, man. Man, I mean, you all have built a movement that we're not going to get rid of. We're going to keep that fire. To Kai Garrell. Kai, where are you? Come on, man. Kai, all I'm going to tell you, man, listen, it's only up for you from here, man. I mean that. I mean that. To Fossey, who did our field program, Fossey. Fossey and Mahir, you all, man, where's Mahir? Thank you. So listen, we did not get the results that we wanted tonight, but it's all still part of God's plan. And all of you who are here tonight, I don't take this opportunity for granted. I have already called Commissioner Gilbert to wish him Much success as he becomes the next congressman. And we're going to join behind him.
Class act, Chevron.
And I'm giving him my commitment live and in person to let it be known that my main goal is to make sure that we turn Democrats out in November. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be right here to make sure that we still turn out Miami-Dade County. To all of the organizations from Save, from Victory to the
And we're gonna cut it there because I just want to get back into the conversation of it all. So I thought that, ow, that hurt. I hit my knee. I thought that what Chevron did yesterday, his concession speech, it was very classy. I mean, I expected nothing less, right? And again, they didn't hate each other. It was just a competition. I think things got nasty. People had shots thrown on both sides. Yes, because the next goal is 208 and the House, ideally 16. Yeah. And so the thing is this, it's like, I feel like now we need a time of healing, right? And reset. It's like, okay, this is over. And okay, this is what we're going to do next. Here's the thing that came up in the conversation that I had. Let me get y'all thoughts on it. And now that I think about it, what if there's a universe where Chevron ran for Congressional District 20 and Oliver ran for Congressional District 24? And they were able to team up and work together like they always do, right? I don't know how much like teaming up they could have done, with a race like that, but still, it's like, um, and then maybe Chevron could have been a strong enough candidate to sit those other people out of that race, because we're gonna get into the CD20 of it all. And there, we could have kept two Black Congress people with strong, large Black populations in the state of Florida, right? Coming out of the state of Florida. And I wonder why, because I've always thought of Chevron as a Broward guy, right? And so I wonder why that wasn't a theory or conversation. I'm just curious to know. And if whenever I interview Chevron again, I'm going to ask him, because I'm like, I mean, because you don't have to live in a district to run, right? And so I wonder what that would have looked like. I wonder what Congressman for Congressional District 20, Chevron Jones, what that could have looked like. And I'm curious to know why he didn't choose that seat. Because it feels like, now that I'm thinking about it, Monday morning quarterbacking, it's like, that could have worked. That could have worked. But I'm definitely going to give a chance to give Commissioner, now soon to be Congressman Oliver Gilbert, his things. And what I want to do is play a clip from an interview that I did last night. Shout out to Video Mix TV, Jesse Coleman, the founder, who allowed me to have this opportunity with with the congressman last night, because I didn't have my equipment, but that's what Black owned media does. We support each other. So I just want to share this with you guys so we could get into this as well. With Congressman elect, the Democratic nominee. I need to start it from the beginning. What's up, Hilo News family? We are here at the celebration party with Congressman elect, the Democratic nominee for Congressional District 24, Oliver Gilbert. How does it feel? You went up against a lot. How does it feel?
I mean, it feels great, but this isn't just about me. This is about us. Listen, Janae, this was every church. It was every park. It was every business. It was all of us speaking and saying, this is what we want. Like, you don't get to come in from Washington. You don't get to tell us what we want. You don't get to tell them who I am. I've been here. I've been doing the work. And so this is like everybody else has their say before Election Day. Voters have their say on Election Day. The voters had their say today.
What's up, Hilo News family? We are here at the celebration party with Congressman elect. And so we're going to also I'm going to release that full interview. I want to play that clip. And then I want to get into this clip with Big Freddie. Come on, y'all. This was epic right here. This was absolutely epic for me. So let me add this to the stage. Can you tell us tonight what does it mean for Oliver to win? What is the significance of tonight?
I think that the ancestors drums are beating. This is a pivotal moment. See, I've held this district together for 35 years. So the choice that I made, I had to be careful. I thought about this as I reached the point that I knew Miss Wilson, even leather wears out. You cannot go on forever. So all of the gentlemen who are in the race were friends. Every single one of them are members of the 5,000 role models. I've honored them in some kind of way. These are friends. So as I approach this moment, I began to pay attention to people in the community, to leaders. And I said, when you leave, who is ready? Who is ready to take the reins of your legacy for District 24? So I watched each one in their respective positions. What they did, I studied them like you study for a master's degree, like you do write a dissertation. I talked to them on the phone. And I came to the conclusion that the only person who was strong enough, brave enough, smart enough, brilliant enough was Oliver Jones.
Can you tell us tonight what is Big Freddie? Big Freddie has spoken. Big Freddie has spoken, guys. Oh, yeah, I hear my voice cracked a little bit. Guys, first of all, and I'm gonna find this clip for y'all where she actually I asked her about Hollow News and what she thought about it, right? And so not you love that. This is what I had. This is my takeaway, and y'all could tell me how y'all feel about it. This election even showed me because I live in these social media streets, right? And I talk to a lot of people who are inside baseball and stuff like that. Oh, my hat is tilted. So, um, and people, I just was not meeting a lot of Team Oliver people. Now I seen a lot of signs, even in people yards. So I knew it wasn't just, but it felt like I don't know because of some of the stuff. And even y'all saw me going back and forth with people on social media and just off of disrespectful things that they were saying to me, but also some of that too was pent up of like, yo, I don't, you don't have to like Oliver as a person, but some of this stuff is just below the belt. Like I think it don't even gotta go there, right? And so a lot of that I'm seeing and I'm consuming. And so it kind of got to me and it made me realize what's social media and what's reality. And granted, it was a tight race. There was no, it was Chevron was this, right at the hills. That was a photo finish, which I knew it would be, right? But to me, it also goes to show like what people their record, what people are actually thinking. A lot of times you're not going to see it on social media. I think a lot of people who even on all in all camps, you're not like the people who are the loudest are the more negative people. That's just anything. Y'all know how when you real mad, you have a bad experience at a restaurant, you gonna run to put that negative review up. But if you have a good experience, you're not running to tell people about that, great experience, right? And so a lot of times anger and stuff incites people to want to go to chorus and share their things, right? On social. And I think people who just were so gung-ho about their candidate, had whatever views they had about the soon to be congressman, they let that fuel them and let them go on social media. And some of them maybe they was getting paid or not, whatever. I got confirmation last night that I mean, I'm gonna just say this. Somebody said that they knew for a fact that Tyler was getting paid, right? To do what she was doing. And that she kind of went rogue, and that wasn't the plan for what they wanted. They just wanted her to promote their candidate, and she went off the rails. So again, just a second person that's told me that they knew that she was getting paid. But all of that to say is like people like her who was just so negative, negative, negative every day. You've seen it on your timeline. So, even too with Facebook, I don't have to even want to look at that stuff. If the way if you and on Instagram too, if you like it, if you repost it, I'm going to see it. So I don't even have to search for it. But if my friends are looking at it, I'm gonna see it. So I'm consuming all this negative, negative stuff. I'm seeing stuff, but I'm also hearing about polls where it's like, well, Oliver actually is up with the people who are 60 plus. And these are people like, so there were like conflicting polls that I have been seeing the whole entire time. So I'm like, what is reality versus what is social media? What is the true versus the, you know? And so I think when I just was kind of like, well, this is what like just accepting the fact that he may not take it all, right? Like I'm like, okay, that's a universe. And I was like, all right, that's what it is. And I was like, as I kept seeing like the different polls and things coming out, even Chevron getting that that nasty text message that went out about him, and he had all this publicity around it. I said, oh, you can't even pay for this type of. I'm like, oh yeah, Chevron got it. And when I saw the results, the early results, and I was like, Oliver's ahead, I was like, you don't say. Now I was like, oh, okay. Here's the thing. And I would have been at Chevron's event, but it was in Miami Shores. I just didn't want to drive all the way over there. I wanted to get to his event, Ashley Gant's event. I was invited to a couple of them: Skip, Dinah, Daphne. I wish I could have got to everybody's celebration watch parties last night, but I was only able to make it to Rod Max and Oliver's. I wanted to get over to Paul's. It was at the Omega Center. So it's just I'm watching the results, and I was like, oh, this is a surprise. Okay, okay. And so, but I was like, still, it's early. Like, and I heard Broward County was still was coming in. So it was just like, okay, who finna take this? My chest was beating so fast. I was like, but that's like my Super Bowl. I like politics. I like the competition of it all. I like the drama of it all too. So I'm like, oh my God. So I'm in studio. I'm like, let me get a drink. I'm watching the results. I'm looking at, Rod's race. I'm looking at Angie Nixon. I'm looking at Daphne and Ashley Gant and all of the races. So I'm like going through hit refresh, for the Matthew Tisdale, right? And so I'm like, oh wow. Oh wow. And so I've said that a couple of times too, where I'm like, we know what we see on social, we know who's the loudest, but the voting universe is bigger than what you just see on your timeline. So, but like I said, with even my predictions on Monday, I'm like, it's not over until it's over. And so we're gonna, here's the other thing that I really loved about what Chev did. He was like, we're gonna support Oliver. We're gonna make sure that he gets there, right? He still has an election to go. We did all this coalition building. My thing is about electing Democrats. We're gonna help Oliver, right? And I like that he did that because what I think he did is set the tone for his followers who may have felt some sort of way. And I'm not get it. That's politics, right? However, I love the example that he set too, because a lot of times what happens too in local politics, you go so hard for somebody and you be so invested and your heart is in it. You don't probably donated, you volunteered. And if that person doesn't have the outcome you want, you get disenchanted with the whole thing. And I'm like, no, no, no. That's not what we're supposed to do here. We're supposed to stay in it. It's a process, it's a civic engagement. It doesn't stop. And I like the fact that Chevron actually said that. And here's the other thing too. What I want to give Oliver his credit for, and I'm gonna come to the comments to see what y'all saying. I want to give him his credit for, not personally like getting into it. And of course, as a candidate, and he was doing this for a long time, he wouldn't do it. But some of that stuff that came out, yo, he 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 one of God's strongest soldiers. All right. Cause some of that stuff I'd have been like, y'all know what? I don't did all I could do. I don't did all I could do, God. I'm gonna turn into a boxer today. Call me Floyd Mayweather because we finna go box. Because some of this stuff don't cross this stuff don't cross the line of disrespect. These is what we call in Miami fighting words. These is fighting words right here. That means you would catch these hands. And we don't condone violence. But if somebody would have had a crash out, we would have had to put some money on the bill books because the way they came at him, they spent $3 million in attack ads. So to me, and it's crazy, I think me and my mom were talking about this. She was like, well, if they spending all that money on him, they must see him as a threat. The front runner, the person that they saw as the biggest threat, and $3 million is crazy, right? To spend against one candidate, but that just goes to show how much they were like, gotta get him down because let's be clear. Former mayor of Miami Gardens, former chairman of Miami-Dade County, he had the name recognition, he had the penetration into the areas that overlap for Congressional District 24. And then when he got that endorsement and Big Freddie passed that torch, I'm sorry, Big Freddie don't make no mistakes. Big Freddie did our research. Y'all heard me talking. I did my research. I did what I needed to do, and I passed that torch on. And then she told me I was talking to people in the store, and I was asking them, "Who you gonna vote for?" And they would say, "We voting for who you said to vote for." And I'm just trying to tell you, there is a method to the system, and having a major endorsement from the former person who seat is from the transition. It means something. It was the little push that gave him the edge. It was about 1,000 vote difference. But Big Freddie don't make no mistakes. Let's be clear. Okay? Let me see what y'all said in the comments. Whoever worked the vote by mail campaign deserves a bonus. Let's go, big facts. Right. You make make you want to lose your religion. Yes, it does. So true. You know what? You know what you know, and you not going to let no social media negativity deter you. It was too much for sure. Just needed more to turn out. That part. Oh, I don't know what y'all laughing at. But what's up, Teflon Twan? So, and all of that to say is like, you just I pray before I cast my vote. I left that vote and boot with peace. I like both of them, but I went with my heart. That part. Girl, yep. Everything you said, that endorsement made the difference. It did. Here's the other thing too, where it's gonna be horses tomorrow. Trying to sound like Frederica. I know you see it's giving. That's she giving out. I can't. But don't I sound like her? Then y'all see, I did a good thing. I did a good job. And so all of that to say is, this is what it is. The results are what it went for. You went for your person. And also too, like I said, there's a different universe if Kendrick's not in it. I don't know. I personally feel like maybe if Kendrick's not in it, Chevron takes it. Maybe he chips away at some of Chevron's, base. And so again, we would never know at this point. We don't live in the we don't live at the TVA. Anybody who watch Marvel finna catch all these references. If you're not, then you're just not a nerd like me. If you live at the TVA, you could go down multiple timelines and see different results. Yes, you may see that there's a different result for Chevron in a different universe on a different timeline. But in Earth 616, Big OG took it. Big OG took it. Congressman to be took it. And that's just what it is, right? And here's the other thing too. 2 years, he got to run again. Who knows? Does he take it again? Does somebody challenge him for it? We will see. But for now, this is who it is. And I think too, like I said, whether Chevron won or Oliver won, we were going to be in good hands. The rest of them, not saying they just wasn't ready for no DC. Sorry. And then also too, gotta give Oliver his flowers for this. Yesterday, I did not know he was going to do this, right? The TVA will prune it. Absolute timelines. I knew Julius was gonna catch that. TVA. Y'all go watch the Loki series on Disney Plus if you want to understand what I'm talking about. Ooh, jump them numbers up. I see somebody, y'all jumping it up. The numbers just jumped. Somebody sharing it. Thank y'all. So here's the other thing too that I want to say about Oliver. And to me, this speaks to his character as well. So we're there, and I didn't know he was going to do this, right? and he's as soon as he gets off the stage doing his speech, he's like, "Hi, Lo. I want you to be first for the interview." So I'm like, okay, good thing Jesse from Video Mix TV teed me up. We ready to go, right? We gonna Alicia Keys it a little bit. Y'all remember people used to wear their hats like that? I did. So he's like, okay, let's go. He's like, and he was like verbally letting everybody know high lows first. And I was like, okay, let's get ready. So me and Jesse getting ready. So one of the TV stations come over and pull him over, like kind of like, and I'm like approaching him, and the guy like kind of move me. I wouldn't say he moved me out of the way, but it definitely was like he came in between me and Oliver. He's like, hey, we need you. And then Oliver said, no, I'm doing the interview with Hilo first. And I said, there you go. And so in our interview, you know, I asked him, I said, why was it important for you to invest and work with Black owned media? And he was like, he said something to the effect of like, we can't say that we support Black owned media and we don't actually support Black owned media. If we don't actually give Black owned media our dollars, our ad dollars when we can, we don't give them exclusive opportunities for content when we can. And he was like, so that is important to me, right? And I was like, okay. And I just think more of that is needed, right? More of that is needed. And like I'll give shout out to soon to be county commissioner Dr. Steve Gallen. Like I told y'all, he was sending me exclusive content when he, announced his bid to run. Katrina Wilson was giving me, exclusive things as well. Ashley Gant as well, access and stories and stuff like that. I'm just talking from the editorial side, right? So it's just when people understand that this is something that they could give opportunities to Black owned media, it matters. It matters. And so more of that, and y'all hold them accountable too. If y'all support and rock with High Low News and other Black owned media, the Miami Times, MIA, and Legacy Magazine, and all the other Black owned media, especially here locally, challenge people that you support, elected officials, businesses, city managers, CEOs, and say, hey, what are you doing are you working with Hello News? Are you featuring your content or your story ideas on there? Are you doing business with them? Like that type of stuff matters, and they listen to y'all. And so I just want to give him his shout out and his flowers for that, because that was something totally unexpected. Didn't think that he would say, y'all get him the Heisman. I was a solo interview. They had the rest of them in the I can't remember the name of it, but you know how you have like the crowd of reporters with all their mics. They did that type of interview, but he made sure I had a one-on-one, and more of that is needed. More of that is definitely needed. Hey, what's up, Ty Live? I see you in the chat. Oh, what's up, Kim Yonsei? Kim Yo Nice. Hola. I see y'all. Some of y'all joining now. Big up to Oliver for allowing Hilo News his first interview. Definitely support those who support Hilo. That one. That one. Any other thoughts? I'm late. I got someone for you. Okay. Who you got for me, Tanisha? What's up, girlfriend? So here's the thing. Any final thoughts that y'all have about Congressional District 24 that y'all want us to touch on before we move to Congressional District 20? Because it's there. It's done. The torch the torch has been passed, and the work continues. Okay? And I don't want to hear it no more. I don't want to hear it. Y'all been talking all that mess, talk about endorsements this, endorsements that. I showed y'all what it is. Don't want to play with me. And I'm gonna put it out there. I told a few people I want to do a voting, get out the vote. I want to do a get out the vote uh video for the general election with Congresswoman Wilson. And I got an idea, and I think it would be really effective, really funny, but get people engaged. I think y'all gotta, anybody know her like that? I need to let y'all gotta ask her, is she okay with doing a little bit of acting with me? I think it'll be a good cross generational thing, and also encouraging people to get out the vote. So I want to do this skit with her. I think it'll be real good. I think it'll be real good. Oh, thank you, Kenyon. Say this has helped me grow so much regarding elections. Period. Thank you for all that you're doing. Thank you. What's up, Juice Define? Thank you for joining the Chizat. We have to see what happens and hold them accountable. Definitely. Yes, that's what we have to do always. We need a voter education campaign. Make it fun. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And so just switching gears, and even if y'all want to come back later and tell me what you want me to say, if you got my phone number, you can text me too. Um so some of y'all be liking to stay anonymous, and I understand. Why I gotta be anonymous? I gotta know your name. So Congressional District 20. I predicted that she was gonna take that. And she took that. Debbie Wasserman Schultz went over there, Tootsie Rolls. Miss Cleo got paid. Who, me? Who, me? Or what you mean? First of all, the hat is tilted. I can't get it. There you go. And so at this point, this is what we got, and we gotta hold her accountable. We gotta make sure that she does right by Congressional District 20, that she hears everybody's needs. And how y'all feel about Debbie winning over there? I seen people on social media like, I can't believe y'all let his this seat that has been historically held by a black representative now going to this non-black person. I just think it's really sad. And I think that here's the thing: if they would have dropped, like if they would have had one person going up against her, could have been Chevron, but okay. Or just even somebody strong. Um, they would have totaled 55%, which of course would have gave them more if we just going off of what it was last night, right? If everybody who would have voted for Debbie stayed with her, and everybody who would have voted who split the vote, if they would have voted for just one candidate, right? And that would have been enough for that to remain held by a black person, that seat to be held by a black person. And now Florida only has one seat that is held by a black person going into Congress. And I think that's a shame. And I think that's representative of the population of people in Florida, and diversity and equity matters. And we just saw that this is not what it's going to be over there. However, let's just hope that she continues. Hope she does a good job. Hope she's there and does what she needs to do for the people. But them splitting up that boat like a Chuck E. Cheese pizza, they broke it up, and now that's what the results are. Hope Meek Mill run for something else in the future. I do too. Let's talk about Meek Mill real quick. And when we talk about Meek Mill, we talk about Kendrick Meek. No more Jamaica festivals in Lauderhill. That caught me off guard. To me, Meek Mill, Kendrick Meek Jr., I hope he runs for something else. Who knows? He may come back in 2 years and try to challenge Oliver. At that point, I'm gonna be like, girl, and not girl in the literal sense, but y'all know what I mean. Like, come on, right? And it's like, sir, just state senator, state rep, council person, just come on, like, let us get to know you and see what you do for real. Don't jump to Congress. Don't jump. I just feel some sort of way about people who never held office before and wanting to go to one of the highest office in the land. In the land. Are we supposed to just no? Not down here in this district. We want people with experience, proven experience. Not just I think I want to do this today. Debbie Wasserman Schultz has a lot of diverse support, not the normal non-black. Without her, Dell had a better shot. Agreed. And that's the other thing too. Let's be clear. Almost 60% of that District 20, is non-black. So she work, and won the vote. Yep, Miss Cleo. I was like, Meek Mill, the real one. Yeah, he was chomping at them girls' feet at them forums. He was swinging jailhouse rules. 297,000 registered voters didn't vote. CBS interviewed Buddy at Luke's watch party, and he said he didn't vote because president wasn't on the ballot. I saw part of that clip and I stopped watching it. And to Marlon's point, we have to do voter education, because why in the F would a grown man say that? And I saw my guy Munch say it's about like just voter education, even just educated people. It's just really surprising what people don't know about the process, right? And I'm like, we have to do something about voter education. and 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 I feel like we need to not make people feel ashamed, right? About it. Because I think, can we be clear? Can we talk about it? Some people be making people feel real shame if they don't know who the dog catcher and what the date is for this and what the rules are for that. And you just need to vote, 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 vote. The ancestors died and it is. And granted, I know all of that stuff is true and valid, but your reality ain't somebody else's reality. We got to stop shaming people out of the vote. Oh my God, you don't vote. We can't be friends. I'm gonna fight you square with me in the parking lot. I'm wokely woke, woke, woke. Malcolm X this, and Martin Luther King that, and Betty Shabazz this. I get all of that to all the woke people, right? But I don't think that's how you get, especially some people that's going in one ear out the other. I'm gonna speak for him tonight. Child, I don't care about no Betty Shabazz. My kids hungry and I don't got time to vote. And ain't nothing changed the last time any of y'all voted. So I don't care. Am I supposed to tell somebody that what value and them wanting to take care of their kids is not, you know what I'm saying? Like, not important. Like, I get it. The system is rigged. They make voting inconvenient. They make it confusing. And we got to stop making people feel inferior and like they less woke or engaged and they less than if they don't vote. Figure out why and help them solve the problem. What I like to ask people is like, okay, I get that. I get why you don't vote. Trust me. But what is the issue that you have that you feel like you would like to be solved? I ain't even gonna say like by like, so sometimes they say jobs or education, and I'm like, okay, so this is how this affects this, right? And okay, maybe you should do XYZ. Maybe you should look into this. This could possibly be a solution if you voted, right? Because this government body and this controls this budget, blah, blah, blah. I think voter education can help voter apathy and voter just empathy, right? Non-voter empathy is needed. We gotta stop making people feel stupid because they don't vote. We gotta stop making them feel like they not black. If you ain't vote, Martin Luther King got shot it up. It is the reason why they should vote. But if they know all of this and they still not voting, can we figure out another solution? It could be somebody could be ashamed to say, I don't got a car and I don't know how to get there. Now you don't shame the person all the way down to the ground for not being woke enough. And and a lot of times a lot of stuff with with things is economics. But you know, how dare you, Malcolm X and the Ballad of the Bullet. And that, come on, man. Stop. Just help people. You could do a lot more with love. You could do a lot more with kindness. And that's definitely a message from this election that I learned. Let me see what y'all said. Local polls matter most, not president. That part. Like, somebody need to talk to that brother and be like, this is why you should, I hope he ain't getting shamed to death. Wait, side note, y'all. So, Oliver Party had a lot of people there. Guess who rolled up in there? And I'm hoping I could get an interview with him. Chef Creole, the owner of Chef Creole. And we had a great conversation. He's a cool guy. And I'm hoping that, when he's ready, we'll be able to do an interview and just talk about just his journey in business and the work that he's done in the community. And, you know, even the question about like Trump, I'm hoping that we're able to get that interview. I'm definitely not gonna pressure him for it. I could tell like he wasn't, all of that press. He like, let me just chill a little bit, right? And I want to be intentional about the next interview. But he definitely was cool about it, very helpful, very like I could tell he's like a spiritual guy, just good energy. I get why the people was mad on the internet, but I think understanding the full picture and giving people a chance to be able to explain certain things, I think that's needed, and I think that's warranted. And you can still feel however you want to feel, but I think it would be good to like just hear his full story and understand why he voted the way he did. But just give him a quick little shout out because he was real, real, real cool. I'm a poll worker in District 24, and voters looking to vote for Debbie Wasserman Schultz on the ballot. That look, I heard people was pulling up who's non-party affiliate and they thought they could vote in a primary, not even understanding the Florida is the closed primary where you have to vote your party and the MPA is not an option. is Democrat or Republican. But that's something too that just maybe the average person may not know. And here's the other thing too: being educated don't mean that you automatically understand the voting process, right? In an election process, you could be a doctor, you could be a dentist, you could be a teacher, you could be a principal, and not fully understand the whole voting situation, right? So we got to have some grace. We got to have some understanding and figure out ways that we could get more people engaged in the process. I think that's how we get more equity for people who are not rich and wealthy, right? Shot up, make it sound like it was a drive-by. He got shot. Y'all know I be being dramatic. The capture slave voice is hilarious. D24 drove them turnout statewide because quality array note to self. That's the thing. People vote when they're excited or they're angry or they're excited about a candidate, Obama, or they're angry about something Trump and Biden 2020. They're excited about their candidates, Chev, Oliver, Kendrick, all other people in the races. You get what I'm saying? Like, so that's something to remember. But I think we gotta teach people that muscle of voting. And so it becomes a habit, whether it's an exciting or sexy race or celebrity filled race or whatever, that they still understand the importance of voting. And I think that as we continue to educate people, that'll happen. And I also too, I'm working and just talking through things with people. And I'm like, we have to accept the fact that if we want to increase voter education and voter turnout, that it's not going to be an overnight thing. It's going to take strategy. It's going to take data, analyzing, understanding people, empathizing with people, understanding why they're not voting, and creating strategic plans to attack those um those issues or those reasons why they say they're not voting. It's going to take time. And for me, I'm already committed to that. This is going to be my life's work. This is going to be the thing that I want to help improve. I don't care if it's before I leave up out of here, but if it's 10%, 5%. If I say, hey, I helped get just a few more people to vote on average than they already do, to me, that's a win. And I know it's not going to happen overnight, but that is my goal, specifically South Florida starting first and eventually statewide. I want to figure out a way to create a model or a system that can be duplicated in different markets that people could take from it and apply it to their areas. And we are able to educate people on the process and get them into the practice of voting regardless, and getting kids involved in it too. Because I feel like if you see it early, you will understand that this is just something that you do. You're raised to do it. I was talking to a friend earlier today, and we both said that we grew up seeing people in our homes vote. It was just that important. And it just became something second nature, right? And so for me, it's not a thing to vote. It's like, oh girl, like you make it priority. Cause I saw my mom, my aunts, and my grandma make it priority. And she said she saw her mom and dad make it priority. And they would take her to the polls. And I remember sometimes like driving, waiting in the car while my auntie and my mom went to vote, right? And so seeing that as a kid, it as an adult, I'm like, before I even got into politics, before I even started my journalism major, right? Of course, becoming a local news reporter pushed me even more into like civic engagement. But before I even saw that, before I was even starting my career, I knew voting was important, right? And so I just think that to getting the youth involved as well and helping them build that muscle and that habit and seeing it and raising them in it, I think will also to help us as well with our voter turnout and the habit of it all. And I'm like this, I don't care who you vote for. I don't care your party affiliation. You could be green, purple, elephant, monkey, giraffe, donkey, cat, dog, hippopotamus party, whatever animal you want to represent. I just want people to vote. I think that we see a difference in our country, in our communities, if we just increase the number. Although people came to vote for me this election, I'm like, you gotta wait till November. Wow. See, I've had candidates tell me before, like, especially if you run in a district, people outside the district's like, oh, I'm coming to vote for you. You wasn't on my ballot. They trying to vote to suppress me. It's like, no, you don't live in the district. It's just you hold their hand, you say, good, it's okay, sweetheart. And you tell them the process and you don't make them feel shame. Don't make them feel shame because they didn't know what they don't know. So true. I have a lot of coworkers, nurses, doctors, medical staff who are independent, so they couldn't vote. A lot of people didn't know. I saw some poll workers say that people were showing up who were NPA and thought they could vote. We had too many people not knowing their voting status. Somehow it was changed to independent. Check your status more frequently. That part. And for me, I just checked mine randomly one day, and I knew I was gonna do it anyway or whatever, just to make sure because of all the changes that I heard with the voter suppression. And so yeah, people just we need to make that happen. Just check your voter at the start of the political cycle. And that's another thing too that I learned from this election. We gotta start earlier. Even myself personally, what I do with High Low News, we gotta start our election coverage earlier. We gotta get information out earlier because people need to know they need time to be able to make any changes, make any adjustments, do any research. And so that's something else that I want to commit to. But good point, Elite Mark. So Oliver going against homegirl with the stockings from Flow Motivate. Yes, Tay Brown is the Republican nominee for Congressional District 24, and Oliver is the Democratic nominee for Congressional District 24. So he still has to get officially elected in November. But I don't think Tay Brown is going to I don't think she's gonna be Oliver. To see a Republican win that seat, I think it would be a cold day in hell. I don't see it. She would have to come. She would have to let us know that she Jesus' daughter and she's been blessed by God, and she could show us proof of it. She would have to come and show us that Jesus is my daddy. I'm blessed from the Lord's lineage. And y'all need to trust me with the vote. And even then, we may still, well, I don't know if Jesus gonna get the vote because I don't know if he gonna get it because you Jesus' daughter, because I just don't know. You Republican. I don't know. So it would have to take a divine intervention, a miraculous thing for her to win that. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I don't. Maybe in North Florida, but not here. Jolly Nixon, who would need more to win? Who would need more? Wait for it. We finna get into them. Hold on. Love the sound. Love the sound of something like that. Oh, thank you, friend. We got to turn out for Oliver because Republicans are going to push that governor seat. We got to be careful. Come out and vote. That's that part. She's the chicken dinner giveaway winner. Who? Debbie Wasserman Schultz, PK, or Tay Brown? The chicken dinner giveaway winner. What you mean? Who a cockroach? I missed that. What happened? What happened? Cockroach. Let's talk CD20. We did talk CD20. You talking about Debbie Wasserman Schultz was giving away chicken dinners? Because I heard she was buying people allegedly. Voter registration, vote by mail has to another habit. Anything voter has to be habit. I've said that before that I think that we should push vote by mail more. It's convenient. You could drop it off to a polling station. You could mail it. You could do it on your own time. Take your time to research. I remember one of my first vote by mail ballots. I was on that thing like it was the SAT, doing all my research. Took my time. I ain't standing up at a voting booth. Like I actually preferred voting at home. I mean, I like going in person because you get the sticker. That's the only thing I don't like. Tell them to mail the sticker with my ballot because it just don't feel complete without the sticker. It just really don't. But to your point, voting by mail is really good too. I watched someone realize they were registered with the wrong party. They updated their affiliation at the polls, but didn't know the change wouldn't apply to the day's ballot. Wow, that's sad. When you update your driver's license, they will ask you to update your voter registration. If you agree and do not identify which party, you'll be registered NPA. Ooh, come on. That's Rep Robinson in the chat. Come on now. Come on, Rep Robinson in the chat. We like her over here. I went to one of her town hall recently and she was talking about the property taxes. We probably need to have you on, Rep Robinson, to come talk about that. I really liked your town hall. But thank you for breaking that down because a lot of people were confused. Rep, they didn't know that when they went to get their license that it was changing like that. It's known for them to reach remember. It's known for them or to reach remember. I don't know what you mean by that, especially in November. What you mean? You're welcome, Rep. You're welcome, Rep. Can we get into the Angie Nixon of it all and the history that she's made? I did a little bit of research and I couldn't confirm if anybody else, like I didn't see anything immediately, but I'm going to say that I don't think there's been another black person that's won the Democratic nominee for senator in the state of Florida. We definitely know they haven't been elected, right? But Angie Nixon made history last night, y'all. Angie Nixon made history. Can we talk about the Black Girl Magic last night though? Ashley Gant, Daphne Campbell, Katrina Wilson, Makita Cherry Prime, Angie Nixon. These are people who, even though they didn't win, some of them are going to runoffs, but they got the majority of the vote. So it's like Black Girl Magic all down the ballot. All down and Black Boy Joy, we'll give y'all things, but we gonna get a girls. I'm a girl, and we gonna get a girls. Big Freddie's a girl too. Big Freddie's a girl, a queen. But we gonna get a girls they things. And we gotta give it to Angie. I voted for Dottie. I wanted to vote for a Black woman for governor. I knew it was a Hail Mary shot, but I feel like I'm gonna be on record voting for the Black woman. And I actually feel like I want to see what Dottie does in the future. I think she's brilliant. I think we need to keep an eye on we got to keep an eye on Dottie Joseph, but Angie Nixon, somebody, right? Come on now. And I saw, and what I love is because I didn't realize like that people watch high low news outside of South Florida. And I mean, I realized it, but I thought it was just only my friends, right? So somebody DM'd me and said he was watching from Tampa, and that my interviews helped them. My girl Alexa's cousin just gave me the sweetest text. Tuesday morning and on her way back from voting, and she lives in the Orlando area, and she was like, Janae, some of your interviews even helped me because some of those seats were statewide, like Dottie, Angie, so it's like it was really helpful to see that our interviews here in South Florida were helping people outside of the market, which told me that maybe my plan to expand is still a good idea. I want to be the premier place for these candidate interviews, especially people who can't have long form conversations. They not get in mainstream media. Come over to high low. Kind of high low. Voter education is transactional. Why you say that it's transactional, Papa Keep? Because you feel like the organizations that do it won't do it unless they get in the bag or something like that. I wanna know what you mean. Mail-in ballots not making it to be counted. People don't trust it. That's why here's the thing, if you don't trust it to not be counted, you could just fill it out and go drop it off too. And there's also too a tracker on there as well. What's not true? Malcolm Williams, what's not true? Angie FT W. I don't know what FTW means. I'm an old millennial. I don't know. Voter registration vote by mail should be automatic. That part. Yes, 92%. I don't forgot what it was that we was referring to, but yes, 92%. Demings was last elections. Demings was last elections. What you mean, Malcolm Williams? AA Angie Nixon, Cherries, and the Val Demings, chicken dinner. What? I gotta look at it. Oh, you're saying that people voting is transactional because some candidates allegedly are paying for things for votes. Don't sleep on Angie, and Dottie would have made a great lieutenant governor. Yes, she would have. Yes, she would have. Angie's speech was everything. I gotta go watch it in full. I just been seeing clips, but yes, yes, yes. I love her energy. She feels relatable and she feels real, right? I feel like she not finna BS us. Mail-in ballots have to get in early. That's true. That's true. You do have to make it by that deadline. But let's talk about Angie Nixon though, because what I want to see is the numbers, because y'all know all of this stuff is numbers. That's what also too I like about elections. It's like the numbers of it all. Did anybody watch House of Cards? Did anybody watch House of Cards on Netflix? That's what I like about the Netflix. I know y'all watch Scandal, so y'all know like the elections, the numbers. So what I want to Val versus Rubio. Oh, for that last Senate race, was it? Oh, okay. So are you saying that Val Demings was the first Democratic nominee for U.S. Senator? Just let me know. So look, so okay, so let's get into Angie Nixon, right? So y'all, so we know that in the primary it's just Dems, right? And we know that Republicans be winning in Florida, right? What I want to see is the numbers of how many registered Dems, how many registered MPAs, of course, how many Republicans. And so it's like we need to see how many votes that Angie needs to make up to be able to win, right? Is there any that she could snatch over from the Republican side? Can she get a lot of the MPAs? We know she got the Dems vote, right? And so it's going to be a numbers thing for Angie. I think I don't know. Something about her, I feel it. I feel it in my spirit. I'm hoping. But Florida, like I said, it's not over until it's over. But I do think that if we could get a statewide Democrat elected out of Florida, I think that we start seeing more investment from the national groups back into our voter um engagement down here. Y'all know that's why the Democratic Party hasn't been investing in Florida, because they feel like, oh, the Republicans just take everything over there. So, Angie, we got to look at them numbers and see if is there a universe in the TVA for her to win. And I'm hoping that she gets some excitement, and we want to make history, and just also too, she has really great ideas, right? And I'm hoping that it pushes her over. If you're going to turn in mail-in ballots on the day of election, it would have to be turned into the election office, not your precinct. If you are going to turn in mail-in ballots on the day of the election, it would have to be turned into the. Oh, okay. So if it's the day of the election, because I know some people for early voting, Rep Robinson, they were turning it in at the early voting locations. So let's see. And if you're just tuning in, I saw the numbers jump a little bit. This is my homage hat to Queen Frederica Wilson. Okay? We talking about it. I'm talking about it. Ain't nobody gonna stop me from talking about it. And if anybody catching that reference from Set It Off, double points. Let's see what you had to say. Wait, let me see what Lawanda said. I like to surrender my mail-in ballot at the polls and vote in person, so I have time to research. I think they changed the rule this year. Oh, I don't know, Lawanda. I think my mom said she did hers at home, and then she was able to take it in with her. I'm pretty sure you can't have both of them, but I think you can still do it. Um, Angie won South Florida, Orlando, Tampa, Jacksonville, and the Panhandle. Come on. Come on, with less money. And I was watching a part of her interview with Don Lemon today, Angie, and she said, okay, they did. They did. Okay. She said that she was like, first of all, I won my other race and took it from an incumbent. And she said, I had COVID and I was pregnant. She said, I ain't got COVID and I ain't got pregnant now. She said, I am a union organizer, uh, a community organizer, a grassroots organizer. She's like, this is what we do. And I'll give it to Angie team. They reached out to me way back in February. Ooh, when Marlon on the what was the Florida Caribbean Student Association. Somebody from her team was working with the conference. It was like, we need to get Angie on your show. We see what you're doing. So like, would she say that they had the tentacles? And at first I was getting a little nervous because I'm like, I don't feel like enough people knowing, but she reached the people that she reached. And Angie got the nomination. So let's just hope it's enough to carry her over. Now, David Jolly, let's get into the governors. David Jolly won the nomination for the Democrats, and Byron Donalds won for the Republican. Byron Donalds is the black man running for the Republicans, and Jolly is the used to be Republican, now running in the Democratic space. This governor's race, and then also to Desmond Meade, he wasn't on the ballot. He's an MPA. He's an independent. He's going to be on our November ballot, right? Florida, when it comes to the governor, can somebody go back in time? Matter of fact, go back to the TVA. There's different timelines with different people. Y'all remember Cain the Conqueror had different deviants, right? Um, is it deviants or different, just different people, right? So I think it's deviant. Damn, it's gonna make me mad. Anyway, I'm talking about MCU stuff. So in MCU, there are different timelines and there are different versions of yourself on different timelines, right? What I want somebody to do is go to the TVA, go to one of the timelines where Andrew Gillum is not having all the issues he's having and the drug problem and all of that. Go pluck him from out of there. Bring him to our timeline so he can run for governor. I'm not letting my Andrew Gillum dreams go. Okay. Because when I think about this Florida governor's race, I'm not excited about it at all. I don't trust neither one of them. And here's the thing can we talk about it, black people? Would y'all vote for, are y'all gonna vote for Jolly over Byron? A black man is running. Now, granted, he don't say some crazy stuff about civil rights, and I heard he real tied in with Trump. But let's be clear. Byron Donalds don't have that Republican haircut. And I'm going to bring this up for a reason. Walk with me now. Walk with me. Byron Donalds don't have that Republican haircut. Byron Donalds don't talk like the quintessential, the stereotypical black Republican. Now he said some talking points like some of them, but he sounds like us. And when I say us, I'm talking about us. Us. Like black like us, right? And what the Democratic Party need to be careful is if he go around doing a listening tour and apologizing for some of that crazy Republican stuff that he said to the black community, because I already don't heard that there are some black Democrats that y'all know down here. Some of them are popular. They are supporting Byron Donalds. Black men, I'm telling y'all, if the Democratic Party want to be for real, they better dig way down in the jungle deep. A badass lion stepped on a signified monkey's feet. They gotta dig way down. Word to Robin Harris. I hope y'all caught that. They are going to have to do some work because I saw a little interview and Byron Donalds had don't check somebody who was interrupting him in his interview. And this is why I ain't even talking about. I'm not even talking about policy and all this other stuff too, because for some people, swagger and likability and these things matter to them, right? And I can promise you, Byron Donalds is going to appeal to black men across Florida. I could promise you he is. He gonna chip away at that, and he may appeal to some black women too, maybe, because the thing is this: he's still a black man. He can still make history, and he may be able to say some things that um. Oh, he did make history. PK Papa Keys, you right. I'm gonna get to that, Lawanda. Here I'm referring to him as daddy. All I'm saying is be careful. Be careful, be careful, be careful. And something about David Jolly switching the parties and stuff, I don't even know. I'm like, is it a bait and switch? It just feels like y'all ever had something on the menu and you was like, I don't really want this, but I'm hungry and I have to eat and I have to make a decision. This is what the Florida governor's race feel like to me. It feels like I am not excited about this meal at all, but I have to choose something because if not, I will die. I will perish. I will be famished. Um, that part. So black men, black women's I already know how y'all get down with. Y'all don't like black men's like that, especially if he says something crazy. He may be able to. Black women gonna do what they gonna do. They gonna vote Democrat. Black men, do y'all like Byron Donalds? Hello, hello. Black men's, do y'all like Byron Donalds? I feel like y'all do. I feel like if he do a barbershop tour, especially too, he got a nice fade. I feel like he may be able to chip away. And when it comes to this race, every vote gonna count. Y'all remember Gillum lost it by a small margin, very small margin. Let's see what y'all saying in the comments. Let me see. Okay, wait, hold on, hold on. I filled my mail-in ballot at home and took it in the booth. They made me tear it up and throw it in the trash. Okay. Debbie. Okay. It was that pink bullhorn for Angie. Yeah, she got people. She got people going. There were different versions of him in different timelines. It was of Loki and of Andrew Gillum. I hope it is. Somebody go get a different version of Andrew Gillum and tell him to come run for governor. Desmond Meade is definitely running as an independent, and he'll be on the ballot. I don't know. We're gonna have an interview with him, so it's coming. We're gonna get these governors. We're gonna get the Senate people, the Congress people again. We get in the interviews. We not missing for the general. Do folks understand that if high-low voters are at least 10 to 15% more than the average, how much they could shift the ground in November? That is true. That is true. Byron Donalds refers to Trump as daddy. Somebody told me that he refers to Donald Trump as daddy. What is that about? He didn't have his daddy growing up. How you calling another? First of all, is this Candyland? Is this the Django? Y'all remember they was calling Leonardo DiCaprio Mr. Candy, Master Candy, Daddy. See, black women's y'all gonna make sure because y'all don't play it. Y'all gonna have the receipts, and Byron Donald gonna get 0.5% of the black woman vote. Byron Donalds made history too. He did make history as the first black man to get the Republican nomination in Florida. I could see that. They better ask the right questions. We only have one black gov in all of the US right now. Some people will try to vote for him as the second. I agree. I agree. No, not all of us. What's up, Parquito? What's up? Gotta hear what Byron gotta say first. Okay, okay, okay. I don't like Jolly at all, but like you said, who knows? Are some of y'all just gonna vote Dim just cause it's like anything but Republican? Hell no, I don't like Donald Trump, Donald Duck, no Donald for me. Jolly seemed like a safe bet because he named his running mate, and we could research them both. Okay. Desmond Meade made history also. How did Desmond Meade make history? Because he's a black independent nominee? Let me know. Meat and Mill for governor. Here's the tea. I vote for it. Okay, okay. What's the eyeballs for? If you close your eyes and really listen to what they're offering, that would be the test beyond the fade and the tape. Okay, 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 okay. Y'all restoring my faith because I was like, is Byron Donalds? But here's the thing: if y'all watching this, y'all super voters. We need to go ask somebody on the football field. We need to go ask the longshoremen, the hospital workers. Let's go ask them how they feel about Byron Donalds. Y'all super voters. We kind of even don't count a little bit. Byron isn't going to do anything for black people and would be a puppet for the Republicans. Ooh, come on, Paquito. Tony is cracking us up. Amendment 4. Oh, yeah. He definitely made history by getting Amendment 4 passed. That is restoring rights for returning felons. And if anybody knows, Desmond Meade worked for the Florida Rights Restoration. He's founded that organization, correct? And he helped restore rights for returning citizens or ex-felons. Love that work. When Trump was elected, he's on record saying daddy's back. That is very weird and disgusting, and that alone is gonna make me side eye him. I actually got to ask him about that. Moody had 1.3 million, and what money that she raised, or how many votes she got? That's my movie. Wait, which one I said? Set it off. um. Was it the way down in the jungle deep? Castivia. This is Tyrone, and and it's a hell no for Byron. What's up, God Daddy? Okay. So y'all voting for Jolly, or y'all? Here's the thing: is we voting for Jolly, or is we voting for Desmond Meade? Is we voting for Jolly or Desmond? Hmm. Let's see. Yes, gotta vote. Yes, we gotta watch out for Moody. She did have 1.3 million votes. Ooh, for real? Is it maybe it's just a pure number thing. It's just a lot of Republicans in the state of Florida, right? That's why I'm like, them MPA numbers is gonna really matter in Angie Nixon's race, and people that they could turn out, and maybe just even slightly turning out a few more Democrats. They gotta get Angie's gonna need a Obama energy. That's what she gonna need. If they could get college kids excited, because that pushed Obama over. If they could get college kids excited, because the super voter gonna super vote. That's me. Big Freddie, Big JJ, because that's me. Janae is Big JJ. Big JJ and Big Freddie gonna vote. We gonna always vote. But we gotta turn out the college kids, the woke ones, the working class people that be saying they too tired to vote. And we can excite them about Angie. Angie could take it. And that's Big Freddie saying that. She needed Obama energy, and I think she got it. I think she could get it. Because she understands that organizing. She make you feel like you're about to be a part of something. That hope, that change that Obama had, I think she could tap into it.
I think she can. Because that's Big Freddie. Big Freddie said that. Here's the other thing, too. Black peoples across the state need to be endorsing and showing up for Angie. I want to see people in their communities showing up for. We got to do it. Text messages to y'all remember when Obama. Let me go back to my regular voice. I couldn't even get out of it. I had to stop myself. Um, y'all remember that energy when Obama ran? People was texting each other, going to each other's house, doing all type of stuff. They was college kids and old women, people on fixed incomes was piecing their dollars together so they could donate to him. We gonna need that type of energy for Angie. The statewide in Florida, we need a win. We need this is why I'm like so leaned into the Angie Nixon race and the hope and the dreams of the slave that I have, right? It's like I think somebody like her winning what I feel like Andrew was on the cusp of, right? It gives hope to these people across the state that, hey, this time my vote made a difference. Let me lean in a little bit more, right? Let me pay attention to the next race. You get what I'm saying? And I think investment comes into the state and voter engagement. I think there's so many different things tied to Angie winning that I'm like, I hope that there's something in the zeitgeist that people are like, yo, let's go. Let's go vote for her. So let me see what y'all saying. We gotta watch out for Moody. Okay. Call me crazy, but what Byron said about reparations for Black Americans, I could never support him. You right. He actually did. He said that we don't deserve reparations, right? Um, we need me. We do. We need progressive thinking for the state of Florida. It's so much stuff that they don't toe up there in Tallahassee. We need some progress. They beating our backs in. Oh, y'all know when I say beating y'all backs in, y'all ever got a beating by y'all mama or y'all daddy or your caretaker and they hit you in your back and you go and nothing comes out and you gotta catch your breath and then you cry. That's how they've been doing us in the state of Florida. They've been beating our back in. We all collectively are pausing and holding our breath and can't even let out a scream because they hitting us so hard. It sounds like what I'm saying. I was not abused as a kid, y'all. And my mama ain't hit me in my back that much. I seen people get hit in their back before by their mama. So I'm also too in my mind, if you know me personally and you in my family, I'm actually reenacting one of my cousins right now. So you get hit in your back. We've been getting hit in our collective backs. They've been beating our backs in the state of Florida. It is time for some relief. Please stop hitting me with that belt, state of Florida. Okay, my back can't take no more. I don't cry all I could cry. And I'm just hoping that this election gives us a little bit of relief. Hopefully, we could get a progressive person in the governor's seat, and hopefully Angie could edge it out with the Senate race. I'm voting for Desmond Meade or writing in Meek Mill. You better not write in no Meek Mill. Do not throw away your vote. PK Angie will match and beat Moody's ground game. Wait for it. I hope so. I hope so. I see you laughing. Oh, Django, your movie? Yeah. I love Django too. I can side note, I like Django because he shot up white people like slave owners, not just white people, but slave owners. I love it. It was very cathartic and satisfying to watch that. We only have 3 Democratic counties: Orlando, Broward, and Miami. That is true. However, they are pockets of large parts of population. So if they turn out, you can actually win because that's how Obama was winning. When he won, he was winning those counties, the big counties. Okay, Big Freddie, I'm here for it. Marlon, trust me, Team Angie. Well, Angie got to tap into those 279,000 that didn't vote this election. Yes, she does. Team Angie. Angie ran an awesome campaign. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And she came down here a couple of times too. She made her rounds, unlike Hillary. Still mad about that, girl. We need Mead. Okay. So you a Mead supporter. Okay, Sharice, I feel that. For the people who support me, give them some mead in the chat. Mead. We have to hear more from Desmond. We need to know what he stands for. Agreed. And we're gonna interview Desmond. I actually think Papa Keith has an interview with Desmond Mead on Papa Keith Live. So let me put his thing up because y'all could go to his page, search Papa Keith Live, Papa Keith Podcast, and he has an interview with Desmond Meade that you could check out now. But we're going to also to interview him on our platform, or maybe through that part podcast. We gonna all I'm saying is we gonna interview Desmond Meade. Now let's get to look at us. We don't have all type of sidebars. Okay, Ashley Gant won, beat them girls back in. She's a Democratic nominee for state senate race 34. Side note, catch me tomorrow at Cold Space at 2 p.m. I'm doing a media class where I'm telling people how they could take advantage of um amplifying their brand in local media. So forgot to get that shout out. Shout out to Joy. But tomorrow will be at Coast Space. She's doing a whole work day with different sessions with different industry leaders. So it's gonna be a dope thing. So thank you, Joy, for allowing me to do that. But back to the election results. So Ashley Gant beat them girls back in, kicked the door down. I predicted that one. I predicted that one. I said Ashley was gonna take it. She had the name recognition, in the game, the ground game going. So she was the favorite, but she still got to win in November. So y'all, she gonna be on the ballot. She going up against her. If there's a Republican nominee in her state, did Jolly pull up in your neighborhood? He ain't pull up in mine. But so Ashley Gant won. Word to Ashley. State Senate race. This was Ashley's seat that she vacated to run for state race state representative race 109. This is the seat that Representative Ashley, now Senator to be, vacated to run for state senate. James Bush formerly had the seat, and I predicted that too as a possibility. James Bush is back in there. The reason why people had problems with James Bush, one, he said some nasty, nasty stuff about Ashley during their campaign. I think it's just another little nasty campaign. He was going below the belt, right? But outside of that, he was working with a lot of Republicans to get things done. Don't hate that. He was bringing millions back to the district. But he also, too, was doing tokenism things that people in the community was like, well, now, why are you supporting this? And why are you standing up there with them at the press conference to represent this thing? I can't remember the bill exactly, but I remember it being a press conference where James Bush was standing there with them, and it's like they gutting something with healthcare or some policy that affected and impacted us. And that was a nail in James Bush coffin. But he going back up there. I mean, he got to go against the Republican nominee if there is one. But yeah, Daphne Campbell got back in there. I told y'all state representative race 108. I told y'all, and actually Dottie Joseph vacated it to run for governor. Daphne Campbell got in there. I told y'all the name recognition, the notes is right here. The notes is here. I told you, I predicted that one. A lot of the races I predicted, I be knowing. I see the trends. I hear about certain polls and numbers. Y'all better listen to me. I was wrong about the Chevron one and Oliver one. Although I did think it was a toss-up, it would be a race, a photo finish, but I did see Chevron edging them out. But I didn't think it was gonna be by a lot. So, but like I said, it also too was a universe where Oliver wins, right? School board. School Miss Cleo was on point. Dim cards too. Miss Cleo was on point. Oh my gosh, I will forever be grateful for you, Marlon, saying that, because that just totally gave me a whole new character to do, right? For our next predictions for the general in the next few elections. So Katrina Wilson, she got the most votes, but didn't get 50 plus one. You needed 50 plus one, so she's going to a runoff. But I did not predict this one. This is for Miami-Dade County School Board District 1. That is the race that's the seat that Dr. Gallon previously held before he got elected to county commission. Linda Cotier, who is representative is it William Aristide? But that's his wife. Aristide's wife pulled up and got second place. Did not see that coming. I thought it was gonna be Joy Run. She had a lot of support. She had the school board. What's it? The United Teachers of Day was supporting her. They was all in, like, she had a lot of, she had people in the rain putting flyers on people's car. Y'all remember when she almost had that flyer stuck to my window? I thought it was gonna be Joy, and Joy is a sweetheart. I met her and she was real cool, right? But I knew Katrina would be the front runner in that. So we gonna see runoff. When we do our prediction show, I'm gonna let y'all know who. I think Katrina takes that one. Now, Paul Wilson in Miami Gardens. Where my pen So I predicted that one, but I mean, we didn't need nothing to predict Paul beating. Let me see. Let me see what y'all texted me. Oh, so I don't know, T West, if you still in the chat. Thank you for watching. You was a new one tonight. That was watching. I appreciate you, T West. Um, let me see if there's anything. Did you know? Wait, Byron is of Jamaican descent. Y'all texting me. That's how sometimes I be looking at my um. I gotta look at my thing. Okay, I'm looking at some of the notes that y'all sending me that y'all know me personally. If y'all got my phone number. Okay, okay. Let me see if there's something a talking point that I want to share. Okay, okay. So back to it. Back to it. Miami Gardens. Paul, he beat them. He kicked they back in. I predicted Paul winning. I mean, and shout out to here's the thing. I expected Laverne did to get second place. That the other candidate who came in quietly didn't do no debates, no forums. She got second place, but I heard she do campaigns, so she knew how to do that ground game. But I mean, for Laverne to have such, she been running for races for a while. She's, known in Miami Gardens. I actually thought she would have more votes, so that was just quite interesting that she didn't get second place in that race. But I didn't see anybody else but Paul taking it. He definitely kicked their backs in. I think it was almost 60% of the vote, and you needed 50 plus one. His first election out the gate, of course, that's Big Freddie's son. Polly took it all. Polly took it all, right? But wasn't surprised. This is definitely predicted that. And we finna get into this Miami Gardens seat 4. Let me see what you got the eyeballs for. Yeah, Byron is half Jamaican, but I don't see him eating jerk chicken or curry goat to get the seat. Terry, hilarious. Yes, Byron is Jamaican. That's why he said that BS about Black American representations. We ain't finna do the diaspora wars. We ain't finna do the ADOS. We ain't finna do that over there. No, but Desmond did pull up showing love everywhere and paid fine and fees for 1.3 million returning citizens. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Here's the thing. If he could get them returning citizens to come pull up and people who helped him do that coalition building for that, there's a pathway for him to win. There's a pathway. So y'all want to talk about my theories for Miami Gardens seat 4? That was Rod Mack and Makita Cherry Prime. Makita Cherry Prime, you on the line, and Rod Mack, return of the Mac once again. So they both they kicked off our candidate interview. So shout out to both of them, right? Both of them, like they're both dope. I think they both could do a good job. So that one is a Miami Gardens win either way, right? Yeah, and Paulie definitely ran a solid campaign. He honestly, he was running as if like he was unknown and like like he had to fight and like introduce himself to people, right? He didn't use his mom. He didn't release an ad with his mom until the day before the election, right? So he was very intentional, like about wanting to be separated and known as his own man. So shout out to Paulie. Shout out to Paulie for wanting to do it on his own. Of course, I'm talking to him and letting him know things, but he still got his own mind and he wanted to do what he wanted to do. And I respect him as my son and as a man and as a father in this community. And Polly did the damn thing. I'm proud of you, Polly. This is Big Freddie, your mama talking. Somebody clip this and send it to Polly and tell him that mama is proud. Mama is proud. Come on, Legacy and Torch. I didn't even have to pass you the torch for you to get it and take it. There you go, Polly. There you go, Big Freddie is proud. So back to Miami Gardens seat 4. Makita Jerry Brown and Rod Mack. They're going to a runoff. Makita won with, well, I would say one. She got the most votes, right? She got the most votes for or you can say if you want to say one, whatever, but technically it's going to a runoff, right? So she got about 45% of the vote. Rob Mack got 40%, and Angela Winter got about like 14%, right? So there's a world where I could see Angela, like I told y'all, Angela and Rod have a really good relationship. So I could see her endorsing him and encouraging her supporters to go vote for him, right? And it's very close race, like less than 200 votes between Makita and Rod's race. right? Now, here's the thing, because Rod was on Chevron's slate and Makita was on Oliver's slate. There may be a world where either one of those candidates support these people, Rod and Oliver and Chevron, where they support Rod and Makita. And I'm interested, if they do that, what impact it will make on that race. And let's be clear, Chevron not getting the nomination last night does not mean that he's not relevant. However, with Oliver winning makes him very relevant, right? He got the motion right now. So that will be an interesting one if either one of those if Oliver or Chevron jumps into that race and supports those candidates. However, I think what would be fair if people just let them run that race, right? Like, let's just see who does what, and let them, who the hat is, let them no influence, no outside influence. You work, I work, and whoever wins. Rob Mack gets some of those mail-in ballots from Studio 183 on a Sunday. He got Terry, if you don't shut up. So that is my take on the elections for Florida primary 2026 elections. Y'all, I enjoyed y'all tonight. I appreciate y'all for coming on. Any final thoughts, any hopes, wishes, and prayers that we have for the state of Florida, for South Florida, going into this general election? What I pray is for people to understand the importance, be activated, be engaged, and feel like, and know that they matter, right? And that's my prayer, my hope, and dream for the slave and the ancestors and just the people of Florida. Regardless of party affiliation, regardless of who you want to vote for. Like, I'm just like, for me, I'm like, just vote, period. Shout out to Papa Keith and his organization. It's just vote, period. And I'm gonna do my work. I'm gonna do my work to help people getting out there, getting them informed, getting them engaged in the process. And we gonna keep doing the damn thing. We gonna keep doing the damn thing. So we're gonna come back in a couple of weeks. I need to catch my breath. I am heading to Houston next week, so no show next week. Unless something pop up. Y'all already know me. So if I do, y'all, I'm gonna give y'all a warning on social. But I'm heading out for a little business, but a little bizcation. Going out to Houston for a conference and meeting up with somebody special. And yeah, I'm gonna have me a good time, re-energized, and we're gonna be coming back at it. I'm also too, I need that time as well to work on our strategy for coverage for the general election, any wish list interviews that I want, and also to, like, what my plan is of attack. Because I want to make sure that we get information out early so we're not doing it on the day of, right? Let me see what you said, Tony. Hold up. Whomever campaign at Beasley Party, they will win. Tony, it's funny that you said that, but I actually had a conversation with somebody about Beasley and the parties and just engaging millennial voters. And honestly, I think it's something to that. That if we can engage people in where they are, where they naturally go, beyond brunch, BB Sundays, you know, social exchange events, the Nomi Village, the Urban, Red Rooster. Like, if we could go and engage people where they naturally are and make it organic and seamless, I think we could be on to something. I think we could. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Philip Glenn. You always have some amazing things to say. The hat is back. Let's go. Great show. Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. I love you, JJ. That clip from the brother at Luke's watch party should have encouraged people to try and get people to vote. That part. That part, that part, that part. Y'all, we had a good show. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna have to start drinking real tea. This is wine. That's why I'm a little turnt. That's why Freddie voice was cracking, because I'm not drinking water or tea. I'm drinking wine. Little Riesling. But oh goodness gracious. My voice. Let me stop. I gotta go present in front of these people at CoSpace tomorrow. And they're gonna be like, what's up with her voice? And what if I do the whole present? What if my voice gets stuck like that and now I gotta do the whole presentation It's Big Freddy. Um, that cup looked real lemon dropish. I ain't get a lemon drop this time, but I got a little wine drop. I got a little wine drop. I love y'all. I will see y'all possibly next week if there's some breaking news or something that we need to do. But if not, I'm taking a week off for the show and we're gonna come back the following week and we're gonna dip and do it. We're gonna dip and we're gonna do it. Thank you, Tony, Terry. Thank you to all of the keepers in the chat. And yeah, we got to work to get these numbers back up. We had a little vibe going at one point, but the numbers have dropped. And y'all got to give me some. I gotta understand. I gotta know what we need to do to get the numbers back up because I don't like that. Y'all can't let me see 115, 120 people in the chat and y'all get me back to 40. I appreciate the 40, but I want to get back up there. So we need to see what we need to do. Another amazing show, Star. Let's keep it going. Good night. Love you. Good night. Thank you. Another great show, babes. Love you. Love y'all. Shout out to Juice Define. Get the juice. Yes, shout out to Juice Define. Love her. Love her. Love her. Went to the show early. I mean, to her shop early this week and got me a smoothie and a chia bowl. And her stuff is real good over there. Very healthy, very fresh. And it's in Opalaka. So y'all make sure y'all go support her. Yeah. I think that's it. No housekeeping. No more political ads for right now. And but we want the political ads and all the ads. Also, too, just shameless plug. If you're an advertiser, small business, organization, candidate, you go into a runoff, advertise with High Low. Y'all want to be over here. This is the place to be. Good night, y'all. Amazing how you can remember all these racist details. And y'all see, in the night I actually wrote notes, but usually I'm doing this off the dome because I'm good like that. I'm cool like that. Cool like that. Yeah, I'm cool like that. I need a discount for Tia for that advertisement. Tony, not too much. Let me get out of here. I love y'all. Y'all have a great week. And I'll see y'all on social media because the content don't stop. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And y'all have a good night. Keep the video on, like I say. Support those that support. Good night, Sharice. Thank you for all the Desmond Mead facts. Y'all support those who support us. Shout out to Miami-Dade County running ads with us right now. Y'all get into their message for you right now. Good night. Love y'all.
Plastic bags don't go in the recycling. It's Recycle Right, the game where we find out what's recyclable and what's garbage. Ready to play? Go. So many items we toss daily like cardboard, cans, cartons, glass, and plastic bottles can actually be recycled in our curbside collection program for a cleaner community. The rest is garbage, like your Uncle Zane. When you recycle right, we all win. Take your victory lap.
Every drop has a purpose. It nurtures more than just our gardens. Protect what connects us. Conserve what sustains us. Because water is life.